Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, OMG here, and welcome to my review of Fallout 76. Yes, I spent I would say about a good 50-60 hours since the beta. Yeah, during the beta on Xbox One and PC as well. This is going to be primarily a review of the PC version, as I did spend more time on that. Actually, we got a little bit of a treat. We'll do a little bit of exploring while I talk as well. I've actually completed this part, but I don't want to, just warning, there are going to be spoilers. We're going to be talking about all of Fallout 76. So if you haven't played all of it, you don't want to know, you might want to steer away for a little bit. But alright, let's get going. First off, this is a game that has not gone well. It has not gone well. It actually is on sale today, which is a bit of a stinger since it's only been a week since this has come out about. Yeah, it's actually currently, I think it's on console. Consoles only. I think it's on PC as well. It's at least 30% off. I think on consoles it's like half off. That's not a good sign. And the numbers we got back at physical sales have been actually pretty bad. That's not a 100%, that's not a full thing though. Just cutting out the load time there. But alright. First off, let's just get one thing out of the way really quickly. The technical issues, of which there are many. And I know a lot of people will first argument, well, Bethesda's going to fix that. Bethesda hasn't fixed Morrowind. And that's older than a lot of you. Yeah. They're not known for fixing things. That's why we call it Bethesda. Plus me, I love Bethesda more than anybody, but yeah, I wear a vault suit on the live stream. So a big Bethesda fan, but I'm not taking gunpowder anymore. Yeah, but technical issues, there are many. Graphical glitches, bugs, etc. The usual. The beta was more of a promotional thing. They didn't fix diddly. Barely. They fixed some frame rate optimization, but bugs, no. And actually brings us to another point. The item store is being regularly updated. Let's actually just get to the big microtransaction of the deal. Nothing pay to win. That's perfectly fine. And you can actually earn atoms at a nice rate so far in game. One thing I've seen Bethesda do though is they will taper that off after a while into a game, just to start. They kind of get you on the hook, and then want to try to take advantage of you there. And you'll have this really just insane music. Yeah, sniper outfit, $1,400. So that's a little over $10. Well done though. Though one can argue, how much are they keeping off, and how much should actually be in the game? A lot of these outfits are just nothing special. I did spend a little bit in the shop just to see what they had. I will probably earn that in game, but no way am I paying like 20 bucks for a power armor skin. That is just, you can see a little bit of price gouging. Some stuff like Vault-Tec paint should be in the game. I don't know if you can actually earn that in the game, but I have a feeling all this stuff you cannot earn that particular skin. I did get the Nuka-Cola stash. A couple little accoutrements to your house. I think they will expand that. Of course, this is going to be more updated than the game will. I am pretty positive on that. But you can actually, if we go back, there are challenges and they expire every day. You keep pies or candy. See, you earn little bits. Weeklies, character survival, other stuff like that. So you actually can earn quite a bit. Though everything is usually in 76 things of 76 times. Like they have one thing, move your camp 76 times. That's going to take a while. And I'll give you about 40 atoms for that, so. But there you go. That is everything you can earn in the atom shop. What they've done is pretty well done. Though I would argue that a clean version of a workshop product, and we'll talk about the workshop in depth later, that's more glaring issues. Clean items of the workshop. Other things that I think should be in the game, I think they've gated off a whole lot of content that they're going to sell later. Stuff that was probably free in Fallout 4. But let's carry on. Yeah, I found myself using a melee weapon more often than not, just to say now I have too much ammo. And ammo is another big thing, is that you cannot trade it. Well, you can trade it on people, but everyone has ammo at this point, more than you know what to do with. You can't sell it to vendors. You can't scrap it. You basically just... I ended up trying to drop it. I dropped a couple mini nukes earlier because I didn't know what to do. I just need to get my weight down for the video. And that brings us to another glaring technical issue. They say they are working on it. Carry weight. Because your stash only has 400 pounds. And that's kind of... It's annoying early on. It is... You can actually deal with that later on. And there's other stuff that you can minimize your carrying weight if we go into the level up system. Apologies if we're jumping around here a little bit, but there's a lot to talk about. Perception I did do pretty high. And intelligence, agility, a little bit of luck. Mysterious Stranger is actually kind of funny because that's the only NPC, human NPC you will see in the game. But he actually doesn't kill somebody in VATS. He kind of just distracts people because the enemies end up shooting at him. Yeah, I've got sturdy frame. I think you can make your ammo way less, armor way less, power armor way less. There's perks you can take on the fly, and you can change this as much as you want in game. Swap cards out at what you need at the moment, etc. So that is pretty nice, pretty nice. And after level 50, you still do keep leveling up. You won't get any more ability points. I believe I'm level 47 right now, so I only have 3 more special points to put in that. Probably another point of agility and strength, and I might go another charisma. Endurance I found is kind of a crap skill perk thing. Really, because food, you're not really going to have to worry about. Early on you will, but later on it just becomes an annoyance that you just, taper it off every once in a while. Food is many, many, many things. Okay. Didn't I? There we go. Are you allowed? Oh, okay. He's got that mining excavation armor on there. Which brings us to... Hidden Vault. Yes. Because there are all your favorite factions in Fallout 76. Though lore-wise, it doesn't always make a lot of sense. It's a little weird. Welcome, my friends, to the Enclave. Oh, I know, right? It is kind of awesome. But let's get back to technical issues, which are many. I have had so many issues, but trust me, I'm not the only one. People claim on the they ever haven't had any bugs. Usually are lying. There's no way you don't play a Bethesda game and don't get... I do need some water, though. I actually dropped a bunch of boiled water earlier and dropped that because why do you have dirty water? And actual food has spoilage as well. So you kind of want to try to keep track of that. I often have a problem with that. Okay, drop that as well. Maybe they have a water. I'm sure they do. Let's carry on. Getting stuck in an infinite loading screen. Not being able to exit out of the game entirely. The game will lock up many times, and I have to control, delete out, bring up Task Manager. Luckily, I have that on the second screen because it totally just kills my first screen. But that will also be an issue. Many graphical bugs. Many. I see a lot of Bethesda influencers. They usually just edit that stuff out, I'm pretty sure, because there's no way you cannot encounter it. Especially if you have other team members, etc. If they get in and out of power armor, they will just glitch out and look like the Slender Man. It's a little disturbing. A little disturbing. Oop, but alright, let's get on. There's a couple of shops down here. I won't ruin anything in the quest line. But the story, it actually does have some good stuff in it. It does. You're going to have to go through some crap, though. There are some great quests in here. Traditional, great Fallout quests. A lot of the stuff isn't even main stuff. It's not even really quests. It's side stuff. Which brings us into the plot for Fallout 76. Is actually worse than Fallout 4. Which is... The main plot was pretty crap in Fallout 4. You have to admit it. The side DLC, like Nuka World, Far Harbor, far better main plot than the main plot. Traditionally, a lot of these side quests are better than the main quest. The main quest would traditionally have you following the path of the Overseer as she went across the land. But spoilers, I repeat spoilers, everybody's dead. Everybody. You will run across a super mutant vendor. Robots everywhere. A raider that is a robot, weirdly enough, and takes drugs. Rather than, you could have had one NPC in there. It's, really does dim down the story quite a bit. Because, yeah, whatever you do, there is story in this game. But there's really no plot. None of it matters. If you went out and actually finished the main storyline, I'm getting pretty close myself, you would find out it doesn't matter. Kill a Scorch Beast. Already done that a few times. None of that. You never feel like a sense of progression in the story. Progression of your character, I do feel. But the story is not going anywhere because everyone's dead. Anything you do will not matter. They do have some basic, for the Enclave, a promotional system. So I think there will be faction-based PvP in the future for the Enclave and the Brotherhood, etc. And their spawners as well. Probably even a Raider faction. But that's all side stuff. That's MMO stuff. I see a lot of stuff. There's a lot of MMO in this game, which isn't horrible. You will just, after a while, those events, you will start just paying attention to it all. Sorry, we paused there for just a second. Just kind of collecting my thoughts. Oh, I do love being in the Enclave, though. This is nice. But a living person, even on the radio, would have been nice. And you'll find many holotapes. Actually, some, I think they're just kind of strewn about so much that often on quests, you will find holotapes that you won't be able to finish because you will already be the next one, and the other one's still going. They're long holotapes. Not all of them interesting. Quite a few not interesting. To the point where you're just picking up holotapes, and you don't really care about that as well. Let's see what a thing. I think I've already learned that. I've already been there, I'm pretty sure. Maybe no? Okay. Yeah, let's be on the lookout for maps, just in case. That's the same one. Just looking for some vendors. Yeah, there are a lot of NPCs, but they're all robots. The only humans you will find are other fellow humans in the game. Which brings us to our next thing, and I'm going glossing over a lot, but we'll be talking about Fallout 76 a lot. Oh, nice! Hello. Another fellow Enclave officer. Nice to see. Nice to see as well. Oh, can't go in there quite yet. Oh, I'm working on it, though. Oh, can I go in the brig, though? Ooh. Can I put myself in jail? I feel like that's where I need to be. Next thing we'll talk about, though, is PvP. But I did have some fun doing some PvP with viewers the other day. My main thing about... Oh, combat rifle on the wall. Nice. Oh, where they just summarily executed people. Yeah, environmental storytelling also in this game is something they do fairly well, I would say. Yeah, this is kind of half of a Fallout game. But anyway, I'm guessing. PvP, pretty much pointless. You will get a little bit of caps. If you kill somebody, you engage in PvP with them, consensual PvP. Because otherwise you will get the bounty system. Which, not really, people don't find themselves hunting down bounties because they're really not worth a lot. Most of the bounties I'll see will be 20 to 50 caps at most. Depending on how many crimes you committed. And you can actually accidentally get flagged for PvP as well. I was in somebody else's workshop, actually just killed an enemy on the far end. And that flagged me as wanted because I must have hit something in the workshop. So, it's broken. A lot of things in this game are broken. Quite a many things. Quests I have not been able to do that are bugged, etc. There are many of those. Many. I still have an unruly golfer I can't find for the love of me. They're just... I have killed about 800 ghouls out on the White Springs Golf Course. They no longer have golfing clothes for me. I don't know why. It's become a rather vexing deal. So if you're thinking about it, you're going to be completionist, get every quest done, probably not going to happen. There's many quest buttons. There's even a main kind of quest that has broken as well. A lot of broken things. But PvP, getting back to that, is not worth it. There's nothing in the system as of yet. Maybe somewhere down the road. But there's no reason to PvP. One thing a good friend of our channel did bring up, though, is that you could actually, it's kind of mean, but yeah, have somebody work out the power plants and stuff, get that all rolling on, then take it from them so you don't have to waste your time. That's about the only thing I would use PvP for. Other than that, then taking somebody else's work on would be easier. But also be aware the workshops are only on there as long as you're online. You have a disconnect from the server, you log out, etc., you will lose that workshop. No fault of your own, I will take that because those are important. Ooh, Wonder Glue as well. I do like this place. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here real quick, and we're going to go talk about the workshop for a little bit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're at my camp, which is not what I wanted to bring you. You've seen it on the live stream or on the VOD I brought over from Twitch. We actually had a nice base going, but the base's system is buggy as hell. Because unfortunately, sometimes it will just delete its entire everything. I actually lost everything earlier, even though I had made a blueprint the second time I had to remake my base. And occasionally, if you do move camp, it will store all the base components and everything so you can put it back together. But it's a very finicky system if you know Fallout 4. Base building in Fallout 4 was actually quite a bit good. I enjoyed it personally. When you have mods, you have a lot of stuff to fix the inherent errors in this. But they really haven't done a whole lot to fix it. But yeah, this is basically the same system from Fallout 4. A little prettier UI, etc. But it's the same thing, definitely. And the budget, you will find the budget is actually not that great. Turrets take up a lot of your budget. So you build a place without turrets, you actually have a bit more to design, decorate. You can get a small house. Not bad, have all the accoutrements you need. It does work, but it doesn't save anything half the time. That is a big problem in my book. Will they fix that? Once again, it's Bethesda, so I don't entirely know. Also, the cleaning workshops we talked about earlier only really works when you're online, so if you got some time to farm some stuff, it would be worth it. But after a while, we can start getting the end game. There's not much I need. They have the fusion core generators that you can get to make fusion cores. I find fusion cores all the time. They last, even they've even got perk cards that will make them last longer. But I never had myself running out of a fusion core yet. I have quite a few. I even started stashing them away. So in hindsight, the workshops, not really necessary unless you got some free time to kill. Really. So that's another thing the game isn't lacking. And I think Angry Joe said it pretty good on Twitter the other day. When did it become acceptable that AAA game industry can put out these early access games at $60 just because it has potential and it's okay? This is Fallout Early Access is what it is. This is an early access game. I have seen and played a lot of early access games that ran a hell of a lot smoother than this. Can I actually break that down? Oh, because my generator, that's what happened to it. Yeah, when you're online, a lot of animals, etc., NPCs will come by and just wreck your stuff just to keep you busy. And that's what a lot of the stuff in the game is. Just keeping you busy. It's the survival grind. Go collect loot. Go get more loot. Repair your other stuff that just broke because you were getting more loot. It's an enjoyable grind to cycle. But this game fails on so many levels, unfortunately. I do enjoy it. And then it brings up the other defense. It's fun with friends. It is fun with friends. So I've had a great time with everybody on Twitch playing. It's been a phenomenal time. Had a lot of fun. Get a lot of good laughs. Also another question. Is this playable solo? Yes, it is. Though you will find occasionally, depending if there's other people in your area that have a different, higher level than you, that will change the amount of... There's no level sync around here. That will change the amount of level spawn you will have. Occasionally have level... I will go into an area, then level 50 enemies will spawn. And if you're like level 10, I'm sorry. There's no level sync. It's... The level in the areas just go up and change. And a lot of times also I find myself... Let's get a little bit more view of Appalachia here. Oh, very nice as I'm talking here. I will find myself having to go through a lot of quest areas where there's only like level 1 scorched in a building. It just becomes an annoyance at that point. I wish I could just ignore them, but I can't. Yes, this game, a lot of bugs, a lot of improper balance. I could actually make a video just 45 minutes of detailing everything is wrong in this game. But that, I think everybody's already done that on YouTube already, though. So we'll just kind of start to summarize this review of Fallout 76. I will be playing this more in the future. Eventually, when it gets a little more stable, I might start a new character. We'll do a proper Let's Play. But I'd really like to wait until hopefully they fix some stuff. Really, they haven't really fixed anything, in my opinion, yet. In fact, anything, they made it a little bit worse, which is even brought on by more to the fact of Bethesda's launcher system is so clunky, doesn't work right. Their social menu and their social tab will often uninvite people from my friends list and block them as well, without me ever touching anything. Sometimes your friends won't show up on your list, so they'll show offline, or they're not there, even though they are. It's very busted. Very busted. This was not tested. And if it was ignored because they had a time frame to sell stuff. Yeah, they had a deadline. A lot of this stuff they had to know about. I mean, stuff can go wrong in testing, but we had beta. They had testing before that. It just... do better, Bethesda. Do better. I know it's asking a lot at times, but... overall, though, my score is going to be 4.5 out of 10. Actually, I had so much fun with the Enclave quest the other day, I bumped it up. Because some of these quests are actually quite good. But, this is half a game. This is half the Fallout. This is like half of Fallout 4. Needs a lot of work. A lot of work. Bethesda screwed this up to a major degree. Metacritic score... I did get a little review bombing, but it is generally not favorable. Other major reviewers have come in about the same score. It's very bad. It's a crappy good game. It's just, it has so many issues, unfortunately. So if you're gonna get it on sale, I would recommend this Black Friday. Still a lot of people playing that, though. I've almost gotten into the end game. I have killed quite a few Scorch Beasts. We killed level 80 the other day on stream. But once we get all the quests done, all the map explored, I've explored pretty much most of it. A little bit down here I need to do, but other than that, I've done most of that in about 50-60 hours. I did split my time on Xbox as well, and I'll be playing that in the future on Xbox as well. Though much better on PC. Also, one thing I did forget to mention is there's no push to talk. No push to talk. No views, field of view slider, etc. You can actually tweak that with the... Go on the Nexus mods website. They do have an any tweak launcher, so you can mess with little things. And the depth of field. Because the depth of field has bothered a lot of people. Like on Xbox, there was a bug where the mic, you cannot turn everyone's mic. You just can't mute the mic system. That is the most annoying thing ever in a game. And there's also no text chat, which actually I hope they don't bring into the game, because that would just, that people would be even more annoying. I think emotes gets across enough if you're not using it. Every time I'm on Fallout 76, I'm always on our Discord channel. So always feel free to join us if we're streaming. You want to jump into our Fallout 76 crowd. We usually do have a couple squads running, so you can always get in there. But a lot of things that should have been in the game, they just not there. That should have been push to talk. 2018 Bethesda. But overall, yeah, this is 4.5 out of 10. This is half a game. This is No Man's Sky. This is Sea of Thieves. I think eventually this will be a good game. Something maybe Bethesda could be proud of if they stick with it. I hope they will. I think they will. They've spent an awful lot of money on this game. So hopefully they do keep investing in that. Alright, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, because I will be talking about Fallout 76 quite a bit in the future. And I will see you guys in the next video.